Joining me now to respond to all of this are a supporter of the Romney campaign, Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz is here, along with Gingrich supporter and former Oklahoma Congressman J.C. Watts. Gentlemen, welcome back to Hannity.
Hey, Sean.
All right, J.C.,
Thanks,
let me...
Sean. Hey, Congressman.
Good to see you guys. Well, you're both congressmen. One's former, one's current. J.C., let me start with you. I can tell you the calls I'm getting, the letters, at Sean Hannity on Twitter, a lot of people writing. They're upset at how, well, intense this has gotten, if you want to use the word intense, how personal it's gotten, and they're worried about the net effect. As, you know, all this is going back and forth, especially between Gingrich and Romney and Santorum now, if this is going to hurt the eventual nominee. Thoughts?
Well, Sean, people should be upset, and unfortunately, this is kind of the tool of the day, the super PACs. Because you have the right to do those things, it doesn't make them the right thing to do, and I'm disappointed, and you've seen that everybody that's kind of risen to the top, they've had these super PAC ads, the negative ads, Rick Perry, Michelle Bachmann, Newt Gingrich, now Rick Santorum, Ron Paul, and the only thing they have in common is the fact that their last name isn't Romney, and so it is what it is, and we're going to have to deal with it. It's unfortunate, but they're there.
Won't the eventual nominee have to deal with $1 billion of Republicans want dirty air and water? In one sense, can you say there's a good side to this? It's going to inoculate the nominee in the end? It's going to make him stronger, or is that not a good argument?
Well, I do think it's going to make whatever is being talked about in the primary, you rest assured it would have been talked about in the general. Rather Mitt Romney or Newt Gingrich or Rick Santorum or Rick Perry or Michelle Bachmann, regardless of who brought it up. So it's going to have to be dealt with in the general. I actually think if Governor Romney is going to be the nominee, and I'm trying to make sure that he's not, I think it makes him a better candidate, but I think it makes Newt Gingrich and Rick Santorum and Ron Paul, it makes them better candidates based on what they've had to go through as well.
Congressman?
I think all this sparring back and forth gets you ready for the big bout. If you can't take a hit from your fellow Republican, what's it going to be like when Barack Obama's throwing punches at you and Debbie Wasserman Schultz? You want somebody who can take a shot, and there's a reason why Mitt Romney continues to excel is he's absorbed all these shocks. People come up, they melt under the sunlight. And again, Mitt Romney has shown that he has the propensity to take a shot, throw a punch, and is left standing. That's what you want in your candidate when you're going to go up against Barack Obama.
Congressman,
Governor Romney's not had to take any shots other than what his record was when he had a chance in Massachusetts to impact public policy. I mean, that's what people are talking about. That's what Republicans are talking about. And I think that's the very reason that you've seen after 8 or 9 different primaries, Governor Romney still hadn't connected with the evangelical voter, the Tea Party voter, the conservatives, which will be the ground troops. They will be the people, the boots on the ground, that it will take to turn out the vote come November. So I think that continues to be a pretty serious problem for him.
Congressman?
Sean, I would totally disagree with that. Look, I'm the second most conservative person in the House, according to Heritage Action. I have a 100% ranking for the American Conservative Union. You can't get much more conservative than I am. And I want Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is the one who vetoed 800 bills in Massachusetts. He balanced the budget. He cut taxes 19 times. There's a reason why he excelled in Massachusetts, why he's done well in Nevada, in Florida, and has won in every single category. You take all the votes of Rick Santorum, all the votes of Newt Gingrich, put them together, you still don't come close to Mitt Romney, and there's a reason for that.
You actually beat him. That's the issue with Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich. You know, they are continuing to split the vote, and Congressman, with all due respect,
but you add those together, JC. You add those together, you still don't get to Mitt Romney's
You
number.
add those together, and Mitt Romney, the polls that we saw today, I saw some today, it would be about upper 50s for Gingrich and Santorum, and probably upper 30s for Mitt. But the point I want to make is this: and Congressman, you are so true. They probably can't get to the right of you, anyone in the House. However, that perplexes me that you would be supporting someone that $50 abortions, and he raised taxes and fees, a net effect that it was more than it was less. Stood against the Boy Scouts. I mean, these are things that I think is causing problems for Governor Romney with the base of the party. And you're going to have the base to turn out the vote come November.
Well, certainly Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich, of all people, can't claim that they've been able to energize the base. The person who has excelled from Florida to Nevada to New Hampshire to Maine, across the country, has been Mitt Romney. And look, this is good, Sean. This is good for our party. It's still the middle of February. We will come together. We will be united. There's no doubt that J.C. Watts and I will lock arms and go beat Barack Obama. No doubt about it.
All right. I'll hold you both to that by the end of this process. And thank you both for being with us. A fascinating debate, and it is going on all around the country.